national anthem of St. Lucia. Number 42, that of the St. Lucia Semi-Professional Football League for 2025. Then you see that's in the red and black. South Castries coming up against Canaries. Canaries left in the orange and of course the deepest of blue on the kit. So sit back, relax, and enjoy our first of two encounters here. Following this one, Mabuya Valley, the home boys will be coming up against Newport South.
Get it inside. Get it. One behind him. Get it, come hard. Come hard, get it. Press down, press. Get it, come hard. Press, why you don't film me, yo? Press. Get that. Go in there. My bad there, bro. Good. Move that, move on, move.
Good evening from the Larry Seuss playing field down in Dennery. And we're here once again with another matchup in the Premier League of the Semi-Pro Football League. Of course, this evening it will be the lads from South Castries. They take on Canaries in our first encounter of the evening. Elijah Williams in your company, and I will be joined shortly by the man himself, Tennyson Glasgow, the critic, just to get you up to speed with the lineups this evening. For South Castries, in goal, Bernard Antoine, Chad Alfred, Nye Henry, who's the captain, Michael James, and Derek Plummer. They make up the back four. Callis Mondesi, Kennedy Willie, and Christian Pierre make up the three-man midfield. And Stephen Octave is down the middle, and he's flanked by Kevin Joseph and Klein Morris. For the Canaries squad, in goal, Kimari John, Elias Jones, Kingsley Henry, Daniel Jean-Baptiste, and Michael Mitchell. They make up the back four. Ahead of them, Jerry Regis, Alex Longville, and Dwayne Jean-Baptiste. Down the middle, MacArthur Louis. He comes back into his central striking berth, and he's flanked by Cassius Messi Joseph and Donovan Jean-Baptiste. And both of these teams will be looking to climb up the table, while South Castries firmly rooted to the bottom of the Premier League table. Of course, they were newly promoted, but they will be looking to see how they could establish themselves in the big league. Ball played forward to MacArthur Louis. He's in the left channel. Looks to take on his man. Tries to get that one in for Joseph. Blocked off by South Castries. Shot there from Donovan Jean-Baptiste off of his right foot of the right flank. Of course, he would have scored that lovely goal assisted by Cassius Messi Joseph in the last matchup they would have played, that being against Central Castries, I believe it was. Very thrilling matchup in itself. But Canaries, they sit in 5th position in the table from their 4 matches on 5 points. Scored and conceded an equal number of goals, 6 apiece in that category. South Castries on 1 point, firmly rooted at the bottom. They will want to turn their fortunes around. They've conceded 10 goals to the 2 that they've scored. And the ball just in there from a corner. Canaries is trying to establish some control over this fixture. quickly charged down by Chad Alfred there, and South Castries trying to counter-attack. Ball comes in, but easily dealt with by the back line of Canaries. South Castries look just a tad bit sharper. Foul there, and looks like a yellow card being issued there by the match official today. Carson Stanislas, it looks like, in the middle. Derek Plummer looks like the one issued that yellow card. Then Bernard Antoine looks like he's back to full fitness. The strapping under his chin removed at that nasty collision with Maya Stanislas from Marbella Valley just a couple of weekends ago in VA4. It's like Cassius Joseph, the recipient of a yellow card. One of the Canaries players right now needing some attention, not too sure exactly which player it is. The Canaries look like they're a little more settled now. Alex Longville in the squad. Just returning from national duty. Ball put in there into a dangerous area and dealt with. Looks like a corner to South Castries. South Castries will be desperate to get 3 points from this encounter. They've had a rough go at it so far in the Premier League. Warner coming in, not beating the first man, but shot on goal nonetheless. Was blocked by Daniel Jean-Baptiste. So second go at the corner there for South Castries. Better ball in, that one into a more dangerous area, flicked back on there. But held by Kimari John. My understanding is that Kimari John is only 15 years old, two very young goalkeepers. Bernard Antoine, 17 for South Castries. Kimari John, 15 years old for Canaries in goal. So they both still have some growing to do, so we might see them increase their stature over the coming years. Ball played forward there by South Castries. South Castries right now applying some pressure to Canaries. That ball dealt with there. Like Jerry Regis putting that one into touch. Kingsley Henry dealing with that one there. Looks like a corner kick again. South Castries have started this one brightly. Canaries, for the time being, unable to get out of the defensive half. This is the third corner kick in quick succession for the South Castries team. They'll be hoping to cash in on one of these opportunities. Corner comes in again, and that one is just tipped over there by Kimari John in goal. Scuffed that shot there for South Castries, and shot flashed across the face of the Canaries goal, and a little bit of respite for Canaries now. Getting an opportunity to play it out the back. Kingsley Henry there on the ball. Cassius Messi Joseph. Ball played into touch. And still Canaries unable to get out of their defensive half. South Castries again for a throw-in. Looks like Chad Alfred with that throw-in there. Kingsley Henry dealing with that one. Jerry Rages, another 15-year-old in the midfield for Canaries. Canaries has a cadre of very young players. So does South Castries, maybe two of the teams in the competition fielding some of the youngest players. And again, another throw-in in an attacking area for South Castries, as we see one of their players now hits the deck and requiring a little bit of attention. Of course, if you're watching this game right now, you'd know that did not come on live. Experiencing some technical difficulties in the Larishes playing field, I should say. However, we were able to record the game, bring you some commentary along with that, and of course you would be watching what is called in the broadcast land as the tape delay of this fixture. So in the Carson Stanislas indicating that throw taken prematurely. Chad Alfred now for throw-in for South Castries. A man light, but with possession of the ball in an attacking area. Henry in possession of that one, and Joseph wins it back, gets it in. Now Henry there dealing with MacArthur Louis, who seems to have probably picked up a little bit of a knock. Maybe he got stood on there by Henry. But South Castries definitely in the ascendancy. If you're wondering where my trusty co-commentator is, he's stuck in a little bit of traffic. Huge political rally in the valley today. Such is the current climate in St. Lucia. So he's a little caught up, but he should be here soon enough to add his voice and his flavor to the commentary panel. Kingsley Henry on the ball right now. Canaries now trying to settle things down, not to rush the play. They've been under a little bit of pressure. Henry now into midfield. Jerry Regis neat turn there by the 15-year-old and gets it into the feet of MacArthur Lewis. MacArthur with a shot there, blocked. Donovan Jabatis trying to apply some pressure. And Canaries now with a throw-in. They're now applying a little bit of pressure. Doing Jabatis not able to get on the end of that one. South Castries regaining possession. There's Regis on the ball again, skipping past one defender. Not able to get past two, however. A foul there. Foul committed by Canaries. Relieve some of the pressure. A little bit of a foray into the attack by Canaries there, but pressure eased off, and now retreating into a defensive shape. MacArthur Louis just went down again. I have to keep an eye on that. He's one Canaries will not want to get injured. Ball goes in, the dangerous looking ball. Foul committed there. South Castries definitely look like they're more up to this fixture. Very aggressive in their closing down, very aggressive in their tackling. At Canaries with a good ball across to Jabatis and got this one under control, and Regis, that ball just escapes him, and MacArthur Louis now with that ball. Cassius Joseph. Tame right-footed shot at the end of it. Jabatis should have pulled the trigger on that one. He was into the box there, decided to bring it down, and now South Castries, and that looks like a goal. Kimari John coming out of his goal there, and you kind of felt that he would have probably gotten a yellow card. I think he got a hand on that one. He was outside of his penalty area, but that ball just chipped over his head there. Mistake, not clearing that ball. And a goal by Stephen Octave, it looks like. Stephen Octave. Starting in the forward position for South Castries. And you can't say that South Castries don't deserve to be on top. They've had the better of the play for the last 10 odd minutes or so. And we see them again just nipping in there, clipping that one away. Maintaining possession, ball back to Alfred. South Castries have their tails up now. Confident on the ball, knocking it around. Canaries wins it back. Yeah, Alfred is not one to get into a foot race with. Canaries on the prowl now, trying to see how they can make some inroads into the defense of South Castries. To be fair, they've gotten in behind. Offside called there by the assistant referee. South Castries, they with their salt right now, putting some passes together. Foul in an attacking area there, just outside the penalty area to the right side. Good position to clip a ball in. Nia Alfred and Michael James making their way forward. This is the sort of football we saw from South Castries in the first edition of the Semi-Pro Football League, where they ran away as leaders during the league phase of the Super League. Ball coming in there, left-footed shot, too close to Canaries John, who deals with that one way better than he did on the error that led to the goal. Cassius Messi Joseph bringing the ball forward there, trying to thread it through, but picked off there. Offside. Canaries John will be pretty happy about that. Stephen Octave ball offside. Just see another take there of that goal by Stephen Octave a little earlier. That one did not go into goal. It would have definitely been a yellow card, as we see. Kingsley Henry is driving out from his centre-back berth and driving forward. He's way out of position now. Canaries John way outside of his box. If you're talking sweeper keeper. What's happening right now? Foul there by South Castries. South Castries have been very aggressive thus far in this encounter. Carson Stanislas, match official. A little bit of a knock there for Canaries player, receiving some treatment. Elias Jones. Yeah, he's Elias Jones, that player there. All right, so it's a free kick, I believe, to restart the game. Kingsley Henry getting that ball back into MacArthur Louis, trying to take on his man just there, overlapping run there. Carson Stanislas says, play on. South Castries again on the ball. Octave doing well there. Henry is just dealt with that. But again, South Castries applying some pressure to this Canaries outfit. They've been the better team so far in this fixture. And of course, as promised, let me just introduce my co-commentator. We've been waiting to hear his voice, Mr. Tennyson Critic Glasgow.
Good evening, viewers. Good evening, of course, persons who make it their business to ensure that they tune into the stream when it comes to the St. Lucia Semi-Pro League. Of course, it's an interesting tie between the two based upon results and based upon what I've been hearing. First of all, I want to say excuse me for being late, which is uncharacteristic of me. However, due to traffic logistics en route to the playing field, but however, I'm here right now, I'm here. So it seems, Eli, it's a very interesting battle between South Castries and Canaries. Two teams basically wanting points from different spectrums of the table.
Yeah, definitely. South Castries has been the better team. They've been more aggressive. They've been, you know, in our local palace, jamming the Canaries players. And they got a goal for their troubles. Kimari John coming off of his line, outside of his penalty area, not clearing the ball well enough. And Stephen Octave from South Castries was onto that one, chipping the ball over him and into the goal. So South Castries very much deserving of their 1-0 lead. Of course, Canaries, we've seen them play good football during this tournament thus far, but they are unable to sort of figure out what's happening with the South Castries outfit at the moment.
All right. And as you say so, we see Chad employ some aggression and just nipping this one away from Cassius. South Castries spreading to the right side. Good recovery there by Canaries. Looking to unleash Donovan on the left flank. So it seems to be a game of tit for tat. But like you mentioned, the goalkeeper coming off his line and was beaten. But if you listen carefully, you'll hear some instructions clearly from the South Castries bench, meaning that they're not going to take it lightly, Eli, but continue to press on. And here you have a typical example of the press, and thereby Canaries just putting his ball out of touch.
Alfred playing that one back to Henry.
Searching pass down the left side.
Stephen Octave getting on the Rashad Eugene, the normal striker for the South Castries, is not available apparently this evening. Didn't see his name on the team sheet. As a matter of fact, he's not even on the substitutes bench.
On the roster at all. May have just picked up a little niggle in practice or so. But like I mentioned earlier, South Castries wanting points desperately. So let's see how they can fare within the next hour of the encounter. Again, the Larissus playing field. The surface is remarkable. Just wish the lighting was a little more better, but we understand the logistics when it comes to that. But it's a good playing surface. And knowing fully well that the Canaries team, they are a good passing team as well. And the aggression, like you mentioned, also of Castries team. I think we have some way to go within this setup, because as you can see, Eli, you see how the ball just moves right down, right crisply on that surface. So it's a good surface. So I'm expecting some more goals in this encounter.
Yeah, it's also one of the larger playing areas, so fitness may come into play in the latter stages of the encounter. But so far, South Castries have been pretty good. They've kept the ball away from some of the danger players of Canaries, that being Donovan Jean-Baptiste and Messi. We did have a little bit of a sniff for Makafa Louis at one point in time, but that was quickly scuppered. We see Nye Henry toppling over there.
So we just saw a little mix-up in communication between Henry and the goalkeeper, wanting to stay on his line and wanting to come for the football again. But they were able to sort it out eventually. And then we see South Castries trying to mount an attack from the right side. Good defense there by Wow, some good interplay between the goalkeeper and the left back for Canaries. The goalkeeper chancing this one and was able to come up trumps. Often we hear these days that you have to be more than a goalkeeper. The goalkeeper must be able to play football because football now is more of a possession base, and the possession or the attack basically starts from the defense, from the goalkeeper. So good calm head by the Canaries goalkeeper.
15-year-old Kimari John.
15.
A couple of 15-year-olds. Jerry Regis, number 14 for Canaries as well, another youngster. As we see, looks like Dwayne Jabati's there, trying to get on the end of that one, and successfully. But South Castries have definitely been worth their 1-0 lead. Now Henry on the ball there, playing straight through the middle. Again, South Castries just looking a little bit sharper, a little bit more aggressive than the Canaries players, although they've won the ball back eventually.
Yeah. From what I've gathered so far, although joining the broadcast a little late, but I'm thinking that the Canaries team needs to play a little quicker. Many times I see they dwell in possession. If you're down one and you offer the space and time, you could put that ball in. As I say so, I see Donovan coming to play. Messages.
See Alfred sort of foul there by Henry. I believe that's the third caution for the evening. Dished out by Carson Stanislas. Now Henry, the recipient of that one. Rightfully so, upending Joseph.
But now leaving all the way from the centre back and coming to foul the opponent. So it's a free kick now for Canaries. Of course, Eli, you'd want that ball coming across with a little whip and just above the player's head into the penalty spot area. So let's say if he has the ability to do so and somebody could pounce on it.
It looks like it'll be an outswinger. Doing Jabati's a right footer. Normally you would see Messi on the ball.
Well, yeah, it's an in-swinger because he's a right-hander. He's going to swing in. Yeah, you see it. That's right. A little more on it, but he's all right. But if you wanted to use the left,
left would have been the in-swinger.
Yeah. Well, either way, because you see the reason I say so, I'm a right-hander myself. So you're correct. You're correct. Left would have been the in-swinger. But not bad at all. Good. Trying something.
Canaries look like they are settling down just a little bit, getting a little bit more possession. Jerry Regis, the number 14 there, 15 years old again, and he's back onto that one, cuts it back in, and
tough touch.
Louis
Tough touch by
Regis should have considered taking that one into the box himself, maybe. It was a good touch, but I don't think MacArthur Louis was anticipating he would have gotten that ball back there.
But it's a good interplay between the two. He just basically had to be ready. I think knowing fully well the skill set of MacArthur. That's why he may have just passed it on to him so that he would get a snapshot. But you could see the intent. Like I mentioned earlier, they need to play a little quicker in the final third. And just that there was an example of what they should do if they want to get back into this game.
Yeah, I think you said it right there, critic, because speaking to the Canaries coach prior to the game, he would have indicated that they want MacArthur Louis to be in that more central area. Of course, I've always touted him as one of the better strikers on Ireland, and just in terms of skill set, as we see that ball going across there and in a dangerous area, Ball swings in, dealt with.
Yeah, the cross should have been better. I mean, the pass on the flank was exquisite, but the player should have put in a better cross on this one.
Big shout for handball there, but offside flag up by the assistant referee.
Meanwhile, we see the Canaries team trying to figure out.
Thrown there by Elias Jones.
Canaries keeping possession, going all the way back with this one.
Louis, nifty turn there, keeping possession. Flicks it onto his left foot, and he's fouled. Another yellow card issued there.
Yeah, Gaba trying to use his skill again to break down the defense of South Castries. South Castries, like Eli mentioned earlier, have been very aggressive. Again, there are some tackles you get yourself into, and sometimes you just basically shadow the player, Eli, showing that intent of thinking of a tackle, because basically he is not in a dangerous position. He's just trying to get you out of your position. This is where the experience comes in, and you just see what it's about. But again, the skill set and trickery of your guy was able to get a foul, a card situation, and now Canaries has a free kick.
You would think Donovan Shabatis would be the one who would want to hit this one. Maybe not.
Yeah. That means, Eli, you know, often we see such. And I've always said that if you are a free kick specialist, or, you know, you are one who is commissioned to take free kicks for your team, you must spend a lot of time. I'm talking about basically hours, Eli, on the pitch to do or to have that skill, to craft such. It doesn't show up on match day. It's something you have to put in a lot of time to if you want to be someone who takes free kicks.
Cassius Joseph complaining about the treatment being meted out to him by the South Castries players. They've been touch tight to him.
He's a mark man, and he's been complaining.
Definitely. It's like Kennedy Willis, the one picking up that yellow card there for South Castries.
I'm going to retake this free kick. That one is a little more straight, Eli. The angle. Basically an up and over.
Nice ball chipped in though. Dealt with. Check back there. Very aggressive Chad Alfred there against Elias Jones. Fullback on fullback.
Interesting challenge there, but the game has changed so much. It's a foul. It's been a foul for a while. The referee was just basically waiting for him to just, But you cannot engage an opponent like such anymore, It's more or less, but it was been a foul.
Yeah,
But
it's been a good first half of action. Of course, Stephen Octave netted in the 26th minute of play for South Castries, who lead this encounter at the half, 1-0.
Sponsors for this year's tournament, we have on the sponsors list, National Also, we have Brother Siders on the list, and Siders is going at 2-4-10 at Siders Bar. So we don't miss it. All tournament long, we have a Brother Siders going at 2-4-10. On the sponsors list, we also have Bank of St. Lucia, likewise, St. Lucia Football Association, Flo, yes, St. Lucia. In the meantime, we have Terra Sounds, AJ also comes out to the SPFL. Take it over, AJ.
They say people vex their streaming, you know.
Georgia, there are sounds in the building. It's giveaway time. I hope you all have your tickets out of your pockets, on your purse, wherever that you may have it. And let me remind you that you're supposed to keep your tickets. Welcome back to our game here in the second half. 1-0. Remind you that your value is south. In our second international level, the semi-professional level for 2025. Yeah, let's go.
Welcome back to the Larissus playing field down here in Dennery North. Of course, we're back with a semi-pro football action. South Castries Football League leading Canaries Football League by 1-0. Goal scored in the 26th minute by Stephen Octave. And it's been a thrilling encounter thus far. South Castries at the bottom of the table. Canaries in 5th position, looking to improve on theirs. South Castries looking to get out of the relegation zone. Of course, Elijah Williams with you alongside the critic, Tennis in Glasgow.
Yeah, back to second half action, resumption of the game. Like Eli indicated, the Canaries team, they lead 1-0. Interesting enough, I'm just positioning an area where I could just hear some of the instructions given by both camps. And clearly you could see that this second half they're trying to build on what they have, that is the South Castries team. And Canaries themselves would want to come back into the game. And could have heard the coaches saying clearly that, players need to put in some more energy defensively and also in attack. So we're looking for Eli where both teams, both teams should put on a very more energetic performance. That being said, when you get an instruction to use more energy, you must be mindful of game and time management as well. Donovan trying to play his player in there, but not able to get onto it. The goalkeeper.
Looked like a miskick there from another Anton, but fell to a South Castries player.
It worked out as well.
Daniel Jean-Baptiste there for Canaries dealing with that one. Or Michael James. No, it was actually Daniel Jean-Baptiste. I was correct the first time. Michael James, the number 18 for South Castries.
But it's always interesting when you have a team coming up to tier 1 and find it a little difficult. They have not been playing bad. That's South Castries. I mean, the table doesn't lie in terms of they're not able to outscore teams. But as a team which believe in themselves and play for each other, that is South Castries. I think they're a bit hard done not to move on from where they are in the table, but their performances always give something, Eli, something that the coach can take back and say, guys, we can work on this. I think basically, and I think I've said it before, that the South Castries team, they need a focal point of attack. I see them playing well together, playing well within themselves, but there is always somebody you look forward to that would get that ball at the back of the net.
Yeah, well, their performance is definitely much improved from the 4-0 hiding they took from the defending champions, Leclerc. I think that was the only game in which I think South Castries had been overrun from start to finish. But all of the other contests that they've been in, they've been very competitive. And in this one, they've started off fantastically well.
I mean, Canaries, they're a mid-table team, and they're better than that as well. But I haven't seen them really mount a raid per se where Donovan Jean-Baptiste can be so influential and getting his team back into the fray. He seems to be the one, as much as we speak of MacArthur, but I think Donovan is the one who could inspire the Canaries team to come back from being one down.
MacArthur is slightly hobbling. He did pick up a knock, went down a couple of times in the first half. Hopefully that's not going to impact him too much. But we already see a sort of switch because he's occupying the right flank and Donovan Jean-Baptiste is down the middle as opposed to what we saw in the first half.
Yeah, more central. So they may have a little tactical switch. What do you think? Donovan is more dangerous being central or coming up the flank?
I think MacArthur is the more dangerous player centrally. But I also think from a standpoint of his skill set, able to take on a man and beat a player, he may probably just give them something different on the flank.
He called for it on the left flank, but again, Eli, if you're calling for it, don't stop it. You just put the ball across and hope and pray that somebody can get onto it just to catch the defense a little flat. But the mere fact that he took some touches, the defense was able to set up themselves or regroup. You have a foul in the middle. And a card has been dished out.
A player for Canaries that put that wayward cross in. Was that another caution that came out there?
Yeah, it's a yellow card to number 14, I think it looks like, for Canaries. Number 7. I think we'll get the confirmation pretty soon. It's going to be communicated to us.
Number 7 would be Christian Pierre. It looks like Chad Alfred, I think. Number 12, I think is what we're hearing.
Ah, okay.
Good interplay there by South Castries. When Jabati's getting a hold of that one, and Kimari John is getting a hold of that one.
Yeah, good calmness by the goalkeeper. Using his feet well. Canaries able to recover. A lot of possession at the back for Canaries.
Sort of a slightly different approach by South Castries in the second half. In the first half, they were pressing really high.
Yeah.
Looks like they're allowing Canaries to come onto them a little bit now in the second half and looking to maybe spring a counter attack. Carson Stanislas saying no foul there. Okafor Louis getting into a tangle there with one of the South Castries players.
You could just chat again. You could hear the crowd clamoring for this one. Chat getting in a little tangle there. The crowd appealing for a penalty on their behalf. I tell you something. Chad is very tenacious defender, a no-nonsense defender. But you mentioned earlier, Eli, that the approach for South Castries in terms of the press. Then again, you have to be mindful of it. You don't want to go full 100 so early. So I guess they would want to wait for further instructions as to when to employ, whether it be a full or medium or a halfway press, because you still have a lot of time to go. You must be able to have those legs able for when most needed in the second half. South Castries continue to attack on the left flank.
Definitely a foul there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They would have expected to see a card drawn there by Carson. He's been dishing out the yellows. That looked like he was clearly impeding the player from getting into a more attacking area.
It's a free kick now to South Castries. Something from the training ground. Again, you could see the approach different this time from South Castries.
Yeah, interesting there. Didn't exactly work out. The execution was a little bit lacking, but you could see what they were intending to do.
A little pressure on the left back for Canaries. So it's a throw in now to South Castries on the right side. Interesting little cross there in the area. Good clearance there by we see the Canaries team fighting for scraps, basically wanting to get back into this game. And this is the energy and the approach that you have to put in if you want to get back into the game. It's still 1-0 in favor of South Castries. Canaries comfortable playing from the back and getting into midfield. Keeping good possession. Searching pass down the right flank. Donovan Jabatis in control. Takes on his man. Canaries maintaining possession. Cross comes in. Searching pass towards the right side. And it's a throw-in now for Canaries. Donovan again, the main person in attack, however, was not able to control, but the handle ball, so possession now to South Castries. One thing about this venue, Eli, the temperature. Yeah. Very cool. Very, 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 very cool.
Well, definitely is, and it's been a very hot day, so I think the players will appreciate that.
It's very cool. I mean, we have been to the Minder Phillip Park, we've been to the Philip Marsley, and now, of course, here, I think the temperature is more suited at the Larissus playing field. Sort of conditions you want to play football under. It's a free kick now to Canaries. See a player in front of the ball. I don't think. Right, okay. All right, so everybody going back to their position now to deal with this deep cross. Seems it's Donovan taking this one, Donovan Jabatis. He has this technique where he can get that ball to come in with a little pace. So said, so done. A little too flat.
Crossfield ball there. Michael Mitchell. Gary Regis. Alex Longville. Another 15-year-old critic, Alex Longville, the number 12 for Canaries.
South Castries is able to deliver the pressure, getting this ball out. Can we say Longville is the family name for football in Canaries?
Correct. For sports in Canaries.
For sports, all right. Yeah, because they have some netballers, some female
as
footballers.
well,
Yeah. Interesting run there by South Castries. Better pass into the final third. The results could have been different. Meantime, South Castries continue to press and just sort of try to ruffle the feathers of Canaries. Played towards the right side.
That last break there by South Castries was sort of indicative of what I was saying a little earlier on, allowing Canaries to come onto them and seeing if they can counter quickly.
I tried a quick free kick there, but the official not having it. I also see from my vantage point where a yellow card has been issued to a player. We will get confirmation. Meantime, Casillas to take a free kick. And this one for sure will be an in-swinger.
Yeah, Kevin Joseph for South Castries, number 15, the yellow card recipient.
You think wants the points more, South Castries or Canaries?
I think they both won the points. However, the question might be, who is more capable of taking the points this evening?
We have a little incident there where the physio have been called upon immediately. Basically went onto the field very speedily to deliver the goalkeeper. Looks like it is the goalkeeper for South Castries, Eli, your boy.
Looking at the replay now, and ball comes in now. It looks like he was clipped by his own player. Looks like Kingsley Henry was the one that just sort of clipped him. Definitely been in the wars, Bernard Antoine. Coming off of that injury with that nasty collision with Maya Stanislas of Mabuya Valley, who should be up next in the upcoming fixture.
They're going to be featured on their turf.
Next fixture should be a very good one. It's Mabuya Valley coming up against V4 South.
Oh, yes. And as you say so, we can see the fans coming in. Especially the home team fans.
Of course, last night was the awards ceremony for the St. Lucia Football Association, Inc. Annika Louis coming away with both the junior and senior female footballer of the year. And we had young Siobhan Byron, the junior male footballer of the year, none other than Vino Bartlett as the senior player of the year. Fittingly so, I mean, once you've gotten onto the pitch of Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez, it's sort of inevitable.
Yeah, Vino has been doing this stuff for quite some time. Of course, Vino is no longer considered, a player. Vino is basically becoming a household name, known regionally and internationally, so the award is quite fitting. Congratulations to all the awardees.
Control that coach, yeah. Control that man. All the fellas go. All three of them go for the ball. You don't get the ball. Nothing there.
See the officials communicating and putting it together. So a yellow card also dished out to the head coach of the South Castries team. And you could also hear the applause from the substitutes of the South Castries team, basically trying to inject focus and energy into the South Castries players because it's a tough battle despite they leading 1-0. I don't think that they have really taken control of the tempo of the game. So basically they just trying to fight off the attack of Canaries to ensure that they can go home with those 3 points. But in terms of control and tempo and rhythm, South Castries hasn't put it together as yet. So they need to be mindful of this. Meanwhile, we see the Canaries team trying to find a way somehow, a little spark, a little energy, how to come back from being 1 down. They have had the ball for quite some time, but that little intricate pass into a forward has not been coming. Where we see Cassius trying to influence that, the intricacy of passing, but unsuccessful.
Ball taken well there by Bernard Antoine of South Castries, and another tussle there. Nice battle going on between the opposing number 3s. Klein Morris, although he's wearing a number normally associated with defense on the right flank for South Castries. And of course the left back, Michael Mitchell of Canaries. They've been in an almighty battle. Morris was on the deck a little earlier on.
Number 15 who just entered the fray, I can tell you, Eli, he's a crowd, he's an entertainer. You know, they have some footballers who have this natural trait, or they have a lot of support from the community. His name doesn't come to mind right now.
Robert Regis.
Robert Regis, that's why he's a good friend of mine. And for some reason, Eli, the ball loves him. You know, sometimes you play and there's always this guy that the ball always wants to be around him. He's a kind of guy. He also has a lot of luck as well. So it's very interesting. When he touched the football, the first time you could have heard the response from the crowd. So it's a free kick based upon him being fouled right now. So that's very interesting change by Canaries. Let's see what he can bring. It's a corner, good shot, good free kick.
Good save. Always difficult for the goalkeeper when the ball comes through bodies, but Bernard Antoine did well to get down to his left and parry that one away for a corner.
Good defend and good clearance there by Nai. Long searching ball towards the left side. Yes.
Dwayne Jabati
this
is
foot
there,
is one from
recipient of
behind.
a yellow card.
Yeah.
Foul on the goal scorer, Stephen Octave. The only goal of this fixture thus far.
Who knows, like, it might just be enough. It might just be enough.
Canaries going down the right flank there. Foul there. And another yellow card brandished there by Carson Stanislas.
I see all the cards being dished out, especially Canaries on the receiving end of those cards. The thing is the approach that they need right now. The approach should be you want to get hold of the ball, some more possession, put some crosses in. Because clearly going for the middle seems to be a problem. But when you have these stop-start situations, the Canaries team basically lose momentum. And that's what South Castries want.
Kaffa Louis, the recipient of that yellow card. Garcia's trying to hook up with Donovan there. Covered by the rear guard of South Castries. Been very impressive to Jerry Regis, the number 14 for Canaries. As I said earlier, he's just 15 years old, but you can see his movement, you can see his intention. Had some nice link-up play with MacArthur Louis just a little while ago, but very quick player, very low center of gravity, can change direction on a dime, and it's just a little slight of frame, so he can get easily pushed off the ball, but he's only 15, he'll grow into it. And most likely so will his game. It will continue to grow and he'll continue to improve. Poor ball attempted to go in there by Canaries.
The crowd certainly getting into it, urging the Canaries team on. They have some supporters here as well. I mentioned the youngster, yeah, he seems to be the brain of this Canaries outfit, despite you have the likes of Donovan and Cassius. But in the middle of the park, that's where the game is sorted out. And he seems to be the one trying to make Canaries stick. But he's young. He will grow into it. Meantime, it seems to be a corner for South Castries. Let us see if they're going to deploy the centre backs. Those tall guys and who knows, nick one. You could see the likes of Nai making his way forward. That's the efforts of South Castries doubling up, ensuring MacArthur not catch him on the break. So corner now for Canaries. Donovan Jawad is making his way. Substitution about to be made. Look like the captain, Nye Henry, is coming out. The captain came across for instructions. Here we see South Castries bringing in another defender to sort of solidify that game. Like we mentioned, 3 points going to be a big set of points for South Castries if they can get over that hurdle. And it's a corner for, it's a foul, it's a free kick for Canaries to the far end. So Messi trying to, let's lob this one to the far pole. No end result for Canaries. Here we see central defender dispossessed. That might be trouble for Canaries. Opting for a long shot, whereas he could have held on and held possession for Canaries, but opting to try to catch the goalkeeper out, which would have been a momentous task to beat him from all his way out. South Castries mounting a little raid, a little pressure on Canaries. Chad making his way from all the way from the fence, getting into the 6-yard area. And that results in a corner for South Castries. South Castries have some one or two big guys in them who could force their way into, and let's see if they can bear fruit from this corner situation. The delivery has to be perfect. No one was basically able to get to the end of this one, but you could see the intent here from South Castries. Into the 80 something minute, 82, 83 thereabout. So clearly it's a game for South Castries wanting to keep their shape. And we see Canaries dropping some long balls because they need to get that ball into the box. Ball spread wide. Intercepted there by the defense of South Castries. Good turn. Oh, this one is clearly a foul situation and results in a card as well.
Another yellow card dished out there.
Yeah. South Castries right now, Eli basically, they'll be very tactical and smart about it. Not much time left on the clock.
Yeah, I also want to highlight the match official, Carson Stanislas, as well. I have been critical of him in the past for not being able to keep control of the game. But this evening he's used his cards. I mean, one or two of them you may want to raise a question, but no doubt in terms of his control over the fixture.
Goalkeeper able to pick up. Love too funny.
Good interception there by Chad Alfred.
Very relentless player. From the first whistle to the last, he will run at you, make it very difficult for you. South Castries is able to defend, and Canaries is able to win themselves a corner. Donovan Jabati is going across to take this one. If ever they are supposed to score, it will be now, but the delivery in itself must be sort of to create a chance. Interesting corner.
If you ask me, critic, I would say that coming into this fixture, I would have tipped Canaries to walk away with the 3 points. But I think South Castries have been pretty resolute. They have played stoutly. They've played very compactly. They've been aggressive in the tackles. They've taken their chance when they presented themselves. And the onus really is on Canaries now to try and push the tempo in the winning moments of this fixture and try to see if they can get a share of the points at the very least. But from what I've seen from South Castries tonight, I'm very impressed. And it's not going to be an easy feat for Canaries.
I think the South Castries team pride themselves on working for each other. And they're another team that's going to blow you away. They have their methods. They have their philosophy. They believe in themselves. And when it comes to camaraderie, team unity, you could see it from just the way that they set up. Even we find ourselves in a position pretty close to the technical area of the South Castries team, and you could hear them applauding one another when they put in the efforts. So hard work always yield results, and I think this might just be a result that none of us saw coming, but because of the hard work that South Castries have put in, the football gods are going to pay them tonight.
Well, not wanting to jinx anything, because there's still a few minutes of regulation time along with stoppage time to be added on. We've seen some very late goals scored, particularly at the Philip Marsler grounds. But you have to say so far so good for the lads from South Castries.
Yeah, so far so good, correct. I think the Semi-Pro League for this season have yielded a lot of late goals. Seems to be part of the mainstay of the league. Slowly but surely creating a name for itself in a sort of a never say die or never miss a moment. If you blink, you miss a moment. So that's why we always want to urge supporters, spectators to come out and view those games. You support the youngsters. You know, parents come out to see their kids, brothers and sisters come out and support your family. It means a lot to them, it means a lot to the league as well. Because they often tell you unity is strength.
Meanwhile, MacArthur Louis has been substituted for Stanley King.
Yeah, this South Castries team remains very combative and fighting for each other. They're really, really fighting for each other.
I think you kind of have to think that maybe something is up with MacArthur Louis. He's probably carrying a knock. We did see him hobble a little earlier on because, I mean, with Canaries needing a goal, he's one of the goal threats.
Yeah, certainly one you will call on. The game is a tough game. And you know, you have situations of injuries. Every see a substitution there by South Castries. I often said it's very hard to make a substitution on a corner. Because two are the matter of fact, because it's a throw in, okay. Right in front of the official placed and can deal with this. And you could see the disappointment on the Canaries players deciding to creep in because time is not their friend. Time is certainly not on their side. A lot of frustration. And they basically gestures at each other.
Antoine now for goal kick.
But, like we say, if it stands, if the result stands, it will certainly send some shockwaves to the other teams and to the table of the league. Teams have to be mindful that despite a team in the cellar position, are still able to put it together. I think we are approaching the 89th minute or so. Get on with it, South Castries. Ball going up, next direction. See my good friend on the controls. I call him Dogu because he supports Manchester United. He has a similar feature like Dogu. I don't know if he wears the number 14 like Dogu. But he's there, you know. If it's Lacoste cap. Big clearance there by South Castries.
Karim Mondays
good hold up, youngster.
In the middle of the defense there. Dwayne Baptiste looks like he got caught there. Referee says play on.
You have to play. It's a battle out there.
Well, his team is in possession of the football, so if
play.
they want him to get any attention, they'll put it out.
Yeah, he has to play. This is not the time you want to be down as one of the main figures. You have to get up and play.
I think he got trod on. But as I said, his team were in possession. So if they are playing on, then it's play on.
That's right. I don't know if we are aware of how much time just yet.
6 minutes of stoppage time, it looks like. Just about a minute of it is gone right now. As a matter of fact, right now a minute is gone. So 5 minutes of stoppage time left to play. Still enough time for something to happen, but not like that.
Very interesting pass on the right side. He might lose out there. Good defense. Goal defender.
Canaries player pulls up there.
Ushering this one outside. Seems to have just got a touch. It's a corner now to South Castries. Let's see what they're going to deploy. If they want to keep it to themselves.
Daniel Jabatis hobbling.
Ball still in the area. Player seems to have taken a knock a little earlier and is down, needing some attention.
Looks like cramp.
Okay.
Not sure, but it looks like cramp. He's actually asking the physio to not come on because he realizes he'll have to go off.
Yeah. And if you need attention, you need attention. Come on, youngster. Seems to want to stay on the pitch and play.
He's played well tonight. Daniel Jabatis for Canaries. The center of defense alongside Kingsley Henry.
Ball comes back to the goalkeeper all the way back. Left back has acres of space before him.
Yes, South Castries
Spreads to the
retreating.
middle.
Retreating almost into a low block.
Very deep. They want a better cross than that. Donovan.
Mondesi, Karim Mondesi.
Oh, good steal there by youngster. Spread to the left side.
And they're in trouble. South Castries have numbers.
Too much time. Too much time.
Ah.
Too much time. Missed that pass. Too much time.
You kinda want to see South Castries go and kill the game off their critic.
They were very brave. I think what they should have done is play a one-touch pass into the area and they could be on his way. But they continue to battle it out. They have possession. Comes into the box area.
Jabati is back on the pitch, but he's not moving very well at all, and he probably needs to get more central, and if he's going to make any contribution to the balance of this fixture here, and cleared again there by South Castries. Jabatis might just want to stay off the pitch, if you ask me, because he's the deepest of all of the players. If there's a break on, he doesn't look like he will be able to run down anybody, but he'll be keeping everybody onside.
Oh, good defense there by South Castries. Knowing fully well that Messi is the favored left foot. Was able to block it off. So it should be a corner. I think we have much time left.
It's about 20 seconds of the 6 minutes indicated by the fourth official. Cassius with a ball in there. And same player, Jabatis with that strike, and he's down again. And Cassius Joseph in there. And
So, it seems to be a goal kick.
It's a goal kick?
Yeah.
Went out
Ball
of
may have
play.
just gone out of touch.
Well, the game may also be out of touch for
For Canaries.
Canaries.
I don't think there's much left in this one. Should be seeing that final whistle any time from now after this goal kick. Like we mentioned earlier, a result that will send some shockwaves throughout the league. The team in the cellar position. A victory at the Larry Spain final. You could see how much it means to the South Castries team, Eli. You could hear the roar from the crowd and also the technical area of South Castries. A well had fought victory. Deserved because, like I said, you have to work very hard in football, and a result that will basically spur on the South Castries team as the league continue.
Yeah, it's 1-0. The final score here at the Larissus playing field. Stephen Octave in the 26th minute. And that definitely takes South Castries off the bottom of the table. They will now be on 4 points and sit in 8th position, just ahead of the relegation spot. So for Tennyson Glasgow, I'm Elijah Williams saying to you, catch us on the next game, which promises to be a fantastic fixture, where the guys from V4 South, they take on the home team, Marbella Valley.
I'm here with Kareem Mondesi. Kareem, a resounding or satisfying, hard-working victory for you guys, getting 1-0 over Canaries. We know that in terms of the table where South Castries is positioned. But I've also seen that despite the position of the table where South Castries is, you guys are a well-knit team and you're going to work hard for each other. What do you think brought about this result today?
Well, you can see that we were fed up with the losses, building game after game, and then we saw that today we had to put down our feet, said enough is enough, and let's play South Castries ball the way we used to play previous season, and let's take it one game at a time.
I've also seen that there's a lot of encouragement between you guys, and whatever the game calls for, you guys will try your best to do it. What has this team so well put together?
Well, it has to do with friendship and the management, having team building activities off and on, getting the team together, mingling with each other, so building that team spirit, that boys, that having us together, that togetherness. So I have to give it to the management team for keeping us solid.
A little bit told me you basically got a nice little send-off. You're going to, greener pastures or exploits in your field where you want to excel. What word would you leave with your team to keep them buoyed and spirited from this result?
Well, what I have to say to my team is let's take it one game at a time, boys. Let's try to focus on making the top 4, and from there we can see we can get to the finals and win the competition.
All right, all the best, Kareem, not only in terms of your football, but in terms also of your personal exploits.
Thank you.
All right, man. Let's put ourselves more central. So I'm here with Kingsley Henry, who is a centre back for the Canaries team. A little disappointing, Kingsley. I know you guys are, a well put together team, and you guys always want to finish with a W. But today you're up against a team that was really up for it. Sort of awkward in their approach, but I think they really stuck to their guns and made it difficult for Canaries.
First, I would like to say kudos to the Central Castries team. The South Castries team, they played well. With us, I think that our approach to the game was wrong. I feel like we underestimated them a little bit, and that is where we fell short. Although we had a lot of chances to get into the game, we had some clear-cut chances, but I mean, when it's in football, it always happens. Whenever you squander your chances, the other position just need one chance, and then you saw what happened.
Other than that, I mean, it's a loss for you guys, but are there any positives that you've seen that going into a next encounter that you could take from this game despite losing?
Yes, I felt like we created a lot of chances. We had South Castries on the back foot for most of the second half, I would say. I feel like with just this defeat, I feel like we will come back into the next game and just be better and then execute better.
All right, so it's all about execution. You folks, you heard from Henry, and they're hoping that when they get back into practice that they can put this into play and see a better showing in the next encounter. All the best going forward, my brother. All right.